Alright, and hello everybody, I'm the Road27 and welcome to another Dokkan battle video. We are here for the Dokkan event for this mistake of a unit, but hey, he is so far the best Dokkan Fest of 2024 on Global. So, he does have that going for him. I'm not very excited about this. I'm not summoning for this guy. I'm really just doing this for the stones. But we're going to do something a little bit different. We're actually going to go over all of his kit. Something that I normally do for like the EZA showcases, we'll do that for this as well. Just also as a quick heads up, this celebration so far, there is not a lot going on. There's obviously this guy. I'm pretty sure physical Vegeta EZAs during this celebration. So we'll have that to look forward to, and the sub EZA for the SSJ Super Vegeta, who fights Semi-Perfect Cell or Second Form Cell. So you have that to look forward to. I will finally do my next two custom Dokkan characters as well. I released the info for one of them a long time ago on my Twitter. If you don't follow me on my Twitter, definitely go do that. Which is a Dokkan Fest Super Baby 2, who has a domain and everything. And then I made another one, which will come out shortly thereafter, for a Carnival Nail, who synchronizes, or syncs, to become a Piccolo unit. I just did those for funsies. Just look out for those in the future. We're just going to be using our link leveling team, and I'm just going to try to button mash my way through this. It's a Dokkan event. It's not hard, and this will finally give me something to talk about. So, we have here our boy Super Saiyan Trunks Teen. He leads Master Evolution and Android/Cell Saga, 3 key and 170 to stats, and then an additional 30% to those who are on Rapid Growth or Earthbred Fighters. Let's get this out of the way immediately. He has a very bad later skill. Android/Cell Saga is pretty much a dead category. Yeah, you can run Future Gohan, the Int 1 and the LR, and I guess you can run SSJ2 Gohan, the EZA from last year. I guess Mastered Evolution is my favorite category, but you do get units like the DBZ Duo, so while he has options, none of them are, in my opinion, fantastic. On Super Attack, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to the enemy. That's not too terrible. He gets 2 key. I'm just missing the key orbs. He gets 2 key and 150 to stats at the start of turn. He gets an additional 100% when launching an additional... Wait. He gets an additional 100% attack and defense and launches an additional that has a great chance of becoming a super attack and a high chance of guarding all attacks when there are 3 or more Android/Cell Saga category allies on the team. There we go. That's the worst part of any passive literally ever. So you have to run him, again, with a pretty much not too great category. Again, there are decent options, but that's a lot to gatekeep behind that. It massively limits his viability on other teams. You can really only run him on his own team, which sucks. I'm just going to outright say that. And then only the 50% chance to guard with all of these restrictions. That should be guaranteed, man. That's so bad. That's so bad. He then gets an additional 70% attack and defense when performing a super attack. He is effective against all types, or attacks super effective against all types when there's a Cell enemy, Cell Junior and Cell Max excluded, and then transforms when conditions are met. And his transformation condition is from entering the next attacking turn when 5 or more attacks are performed in the battle, when there is an enemy whose name includes Cell, or if there is one. Not great. And why is that not great? Because the earliest you can get this guy is turn 5. But if you give him like a full additional build and he just screws you over, guess what? You do 2 attacks on turn 1, 2 attacks turn 3. Now it's turn 5, you have to do another one. This guy's not good enough on turn 5 in its base form. He does have a very good active skill, though. I will give him credit where credit is due. He greatly raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, and disables the first attack within the turn. So that's like, the attack nullification in the first slot. That's not terrible. It's not great, though. Especially since it can only be done with HP 60% or more. How on this team, realistically, are you staying above 60% HP on turn 3? Like, I have trouble doing that with, like, the GT Duos team, with God Goku's team. I struggle going into turn 3 above 60% HP. How the fuck are you doing it on this pathetic team? It's not great. It's not great. He gets better. He gets better once he transforms. Again, credit where credit is due. This guy's actually kind of like a little bit of a goat if you're able to get to that far. He has a decent link set. Golden Warrior, Messenger from the Future, Super Saiyan Royal Lineage, Prepare for Battle, Soul versus Soul, and Fierce Battle. It's not great, it's not terrible. And then he's on a bunch of teams that you can't ever run him on. Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, Full Power, Transformation Boost, Time Traveler, Vegeta Family, Super Saiyans, Android Slash Cell Saga, Bond Master and Disciple, Rapid Growth, Survivors, Connected Hope, Heavenly Events, Mastered Evolution, Entrusted Will, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, and Earthbred Fighters. That's great. A lot of categories. Yet he's restricted to Android Slash Cell Saga. Why? Stupid. But transformed, again, transformed, credit where credit is due. His new super attack, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn, emits damage to the enemy, and then all attacks become a crit for 1 turn. Guaranteed crits. Awesome. Awesome. We already finished. Man, that means we're going to have to run this event again, but I can at least full auto it. So that way you guys will have some sort of visual stimulation while I'm going over his kit. So his new passive, which is literally just called Power Up Phase 2, which is kind of a goofy name for it. I'm just going to get this loaded up real quick. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. So now he gets 4 ki and 300 stats, basically doubling what he got in his base form, which is good. Launches an additional super attack and guards all attacks for 3 turns from character's first entry. Again, super good. I wish the guard stayed, but you're getting this kind of late into fights anyway, except, again, for his team, from what I've seen, fights last forever and a day when you use him. So, I don't know. I feel like that's actually something that could wear off, potentially. Especially since, like, the best event to run this guy in is, like, the Omega Shinrun event, which does drag on forever, which means you could get this guy on, like, STR Omega, and then you get to Int Omega, and then you're screwed, especially because you're type disadvantage. He gets an additional attack boost up to 200%. The more HP remaining, the greater the boost. He gets an additional 100% attack and defense when performing a super attack, and he stuns all enemies attacked with a super attack that is a worthless ability. You'll never get to use that unless you're going up against a Cell enemy, and you can transform, like, turn 1. But, like, what, are you doing this against the first form Cell Red Zone? Like, no. And something that I do like that they did with this guy is that he has 2 separate active skills that he can use in both phases, once each. But this one, it massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, and then it does a Ghost Usher ability, which is awesome. So you get this guy, if you have one on each rotation, you can get 2 back-to-back Ghost Usher turns. Especially since, again, this guy does just a boatload of damage, and it gives him the guaranteed crits. So before the guaranteed crits where you crit for 1 turn, that's on, like, additionals. But if you launch this, then he's critting on all of his other things, which is cool. Again, he has the same condition. It has to be 60% HP or above, which, again, still not my favorite, because you're going to struggle on this team with HP, because there aren't really any, like, recovery units, like Earthbred Fighters, but Android Slash Cell Saga and Mastered Evolution. There's no character who, like, gets to massive amounts of defense I can think of off the top of my head who recovers with orbs. Well, I guess let's look at Mastered Evolution real quick, because I know Android Slash Cell Saga doesn't. But yeah, I mean, SSJ2 Gohan, he's a stacker. You can get to pretty high defense. Same thing with, like, the DBZ duo. You can run Vegito, but I don't know if you'd really want to do that. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any defensive powerhouses that are out on global at this current time. So yeah, a little unfortunate, but I don't know. I mean, you can maybe run him on, like, different teams, but the fact that you need Android Slash Cell Saga, it's lame. This guy is a lame kid. Please don't summon for him. I know by the time you see this, it'll be several days removed from when the banner launched, but it's like his banner is comedically bad. He's comedically bad until you transform, and it's so inconsistent, and it's going to be so difficult to, like, reliably get to this guy. He has a trash side banner unit. I'm just not super high on this guy, nor his celebration, which just seems super lackluster, but that's going to be all for this time, guys. I've been the SweetBro27. I'm a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, and a TikTok, the links to which can be found in the description of this video. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share me around. And don't forget to leave me a comment, positive, negative, or indifferent. I would love just any sort of interaction I can get from you guys, but that's going to be all for now. So as always, I've been the SweetBro27, and I am signing off.